Hi, welcome back. In this second video, we're looking at some more design considerations and also how to represent different materials in your designs. Let's review how to draw a cube in 3D or isometric. So here I'm using a splat to help me get started. Not everything you design is going to look like a cube or a rectangular prism, but stacking cubes is a great way to get started laying your drawing out in 3D. Work along with me as I come up with a concept. Here I'm sketching a 2D view, a side view. Now I'm going to split the object so that it's not so deep. I'm imagining I'm going to hang this one on a wall. That's the symbol for a wall. And now I'm going to take that distance and mark it off on my 3D view. I'm using the splat to cut a slice of that cube off. These squiggles is the key that I'm going to erase those lines. I'm exploring a concept here based on a leather-like material. You might find, through some research, some actual emerging materials. I'm using stitching at the corners to reference the old leather technology, but the corners wouldn't be sharp like a metal or plastic case. They'd need to be rounded. I did a little research to see what objects stitched together out of leather look like. Now I'm projecting some light lines across to generate my front view. Usually I draw the front view first, but as long as you have all the others spread around the front view, you'll be fine. You might need an opening somewhere in your casing, especially if you've got a microphone or a speaker. A circle on the face of a 3D drawing is called an ellipse. If I place my splat in the original position and trace around that ellipse, it automatically puts it in the center of that face. I'd have to think about some sort of covering to protect the speaker, or perhaps I could cut a series of slots that would allow the sound to travel through it. Aesthetics refers to how visually appealing the design is. The reason I've gone with openings in this shape is because it kind of references that stitching theme, which goes back to my original idea. So all the design decisions should look like a family, all the details. In this example, I've purposefully chosen a very simple concept, a simple form, because I don't want to influence your designs, but I do want you to get really creative with the shapes that you create and the story behind your aesthetic. The angle on the bottom of the splat is 30 degrees from the horizontal, so it allows me to draw even sectors inside that circle that I can use to help mark out the openings. Rendering is the process where we apply color to our design to help make it look more 3D, to trick your eye, or to suggest materials. Here I'm trying to suggest a leather-like material, so I've gone all over it with a light brown. Then I'm coming back and darkening up one side and leaving the top light. That's called contrast. When you have light next to dark, it makes it look visually exciting. And I've also left a little white line. It's called a highlight, where the curves and the corners pick up the light and shine it back. The edges on the outside are often a little darker, so you run your brown pencil or black right around the outside. When ideating, draw lots of ideas. I'm drawing 3 identical forms here, and I'm going to explore a different concept with each. Here I've finished rendering my 3 concepts. I've also annotated, which means using arrows, add information to point out the really important parts or the key features of the designs. This concept is meant to look like a glossy or shiny plastic. It looks shiny because it has big white reflections. This concept could be made from a pulp paper using a super waterproof resin. To complement this natural theme or story, I've chosen woven cane to go along. These designs don't yet show any graphics, which is the lettering, logo, designs that gets printed onto the products. My final concept is made from plastics gathered from the ocean. And so it references some things to do with the ocean, like the wave shape of the part line, the sand and ocean colours. I hope you can see what I'm trying to show, and that is that a design isn't random parts thrown together. Each of the elements is considered part of the whole story or theme. If you're new to designing, there is no better way than just to jump in and start. I hope you have fun. Thanks for joining me. I'm Glenn. Bye.